the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Luka Doncic out there with Curry. Then it's James. And it's Jokic in at center. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good. Giannis.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Wembanyama. And Jokic slams it in.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the layup's good off the glass.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Now Barnes. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And Maxey is fearless on the drive. Just dares defenders in the fouling. Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Mitchell with the steal. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Town. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. First quarter, just over a minute played. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. I asked him about LeBron James and what his team's defensive game plan was against him, and he said to me, hope and pray that he misses a majority of his shots. With LeBron, there's only so much you can do against him, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens here tonight. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
Say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
And this game literally has been wide open, as wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Curry can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish him for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Butler's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Avdia's checked in. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Puts up a three. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Jokic. Curry's got 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Giannis passes to Maxey. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The drive by Doncic. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now Doncic after the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. Avdia can't hit.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And that one's good, Mitchell.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Curry outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. 12 points for him.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Giannis kicks to Maxey. Towns for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Jokic passes to Avdija. Fires for three. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Scored by Avdija. All alone. And the jam by Avdija.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Butler against Avdija. Butler, no good. Outside, SGA. Three-pointer. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off the shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-side. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
You've got Joel Embiid, Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Banchero. And it's Butler at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
Light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The three-pointer, no good. To the inside. Outside, Avdija. Some nice passing here by the West. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Jokic passes to Johnson. Launches from deep. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Down low. Banchero. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
With some changes. Scotty Barnes comes in for Banchero. And it's Mitchell in for James Harden. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Randle.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
On the wing, Fox. Covered by Mitchell. And Fox gets it to go. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the West All-Stars.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Curry way outside, and Embiid pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. With maybe a step out of his range.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the East. Banchero comes in for Jimmy Butler. Now here's Barnes. Scoreless thus far. Lays it up and banks it in.
And right where he wants to be. It's so dangerous letting Barnes get inside like that.
And Doncic throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. And there it is for him.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Wembanyama down low. Embiid's there, and he gets the bucket. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. James Harden, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. The West also making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. James comes in for Randall. And Avdia subbed in for Fox. Doncic dishes to Avdia. And here we go. The East with a fast break. And that one's good. Barnes.
He saw the play develop, got out in front of the defense, and Barnes there finishes on the break.
And Şengün throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The three from Banchero. And Curry pulls it down.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And the rejection by James. Good. The West leading by 22. Avdia takes the three. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
A multiple-time MVP. You know, what's really scary is that Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the West All-Stars just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Doncic out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's LeBron at the small forward spot.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yes, that's a harbinger of things to come. He's looking at having a very big second half.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the East. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Doncic.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
Stephen Curry hits them both. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. It's Curry outside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Curry's got 20.
And really, this has been an MVP caliber performance. Guys, he's been terrific.
Yeah, he has been. It's going to be a very easy job for the voters this year.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Kicks it out to James. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Curry fires from way outside. And it's the East with the rebound. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Curry against Mitchell. Beyond the arc.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And look at the big fella getting out and leading the break.
Yeah, doing some work in the open court. That's certainly a different aspect to his game, one that we haven't seen much of.
And Towns throws it down.
Nice job by Towns to get in there and get aggressive.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They grab their own miss, Towns, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Love seeing that kind of activity on the offensive glass. Nicely done.
Doncic kicks to Jokic. Wembanyama outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Maxey outside. Here's Towns. Buries the 7-footer. Towns has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Butler's checked in.
And, you know, fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
That one is no good. Mark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that will perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
Outside, Maxey, and another miss by the East.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
You know, sometimes it seems like Sengun has eyes in the back of his head. What an elite passer for his position.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. Misses the 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
46 seconds left in the 3rd. Mitchell passes to Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you go back and look at the career that Jimmy Butler's had. Hard to believe that he was the 30th pick of the draft when he came out of college. You got to say that scouts kind of missed on that one.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Towns. And Carroll comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And James Harden subbed in for Mitchell.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
It's Harden with the drive, and it's denied by Fox. Reeves finds SGA. Back to Reeves. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. From outside the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The West All-Stars making a switch here, and he's good on the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. He gets it up, and he hits the buzzer beater!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's the West All-Stars with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
First team substitution.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Butler out there with Scotty Barnes. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Harden. And it's Mitchell in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And an outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain him.
And the jam by Butler.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
For 3, Mitchell. Julius Randle with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
A legendary competitor. Butler with no fear taking it hard to the hoop.
It's Harden with the drive. Butler kicks to Mitchell. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and he's good on the 3-ball. Reeves has got 9 points here in the second half. Barnes outside. Back to Harden. A 3-ball. Kicks it out to Mitchell. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist.
Well, here in the second half, it's pretty obvious. They've gone to the long ball to try to keep pace.
Fires the 3, and the West hit again from deep.
Answering back at the other end, Randle showing no hesitation.
Out to the wing. Here's Embiid. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, to get you a standing O.
The three-pointer is right on target.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
That one good for two. SGA's got 23.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
I tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T.
This is something Barnes needs to keep working on. When he's hitting from three, this guy is almost unguardable.
It's offline from half court.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Jimmy Butler pulls it in. To the wing right side. Embiid wide open. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That's really just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he catches it.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
He relishes his role in. Yeah, you know, he kept out-dueling the defense over and over. No matter how hard they worked to keep up with him, it didn't faze him. His shooting percentage clearly reflects how unstoppable he was.
And the tradition in honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue he had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it. Curry can't get it to go. And here is the East now. They've scored 10 straight. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Barnes.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's stolen by Johnson. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's